Okay, we've been all this through. Coca-Cola is talking about a wobbling, possibly a pole shift. Reddit.gov is also talking about turning your life upside down, get your bug out bag ready. And Sesame Street 2 is preparing the children. And Walt Disney is also preparing the children and talking about that clouds will be over the cities so no one can see this comet. But if you go out in the boonies, then you'll be able to see the comets. And then Björk have a theme song for a Swedish show, children's show, called The Mummies. And here they are talking about a red comet, the comet song. And actually, that's a lot of conditioning. Prepare for a disaster. And quite recently, NASA also went out and warned their employees about being ready. That I find is pretty disturbing. Okay, but not to make it more disturbing, we also have this one.
This is Dr. Joan Tallis, the United States Planet Earth.
You see that?
Do you read me?
What is this about?
We're getting feedback. Let's try another channel. Hello? Hello? This is Dr. Joan Tallis.
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
See that?
More than 13,000 million years old. Our Earth is replicated elsewhere.
And let's take the last one from the Danish director.
What star is that? The red one.
I don't know.
What's going on, Justine?
It's a planet that has been hiding behind the sun. Now it passes by us.
I just have one thing to say. Enjoy it while it lasts. I myself hate marriages.
Gabby, please. Is everyone in your family start raving mad?
I smile and I smile and smile.
You're lying to all of us.
I'm not really happy.
These could have been a lot different.
Yes, Michael, they could have been.
Just forget it. Stop dreaming, Justin.
What are we excited about?
Tomorrow night.
That's right.
I'm afraid of that stupid planet.
And it is not going to hit us.
You promise? Life is only on Earth. And not for long. I don't think you know that. Sometimes I hate you so much. Help me, Justine. I want to do this the right way.
I'm afraid that the planet will hit us anyway.
Well, do we need more conditioning? We got this one coming. Elenin. What is Elenin? I don't know. I don't know. I still feel like it is. I have to see this with my own two eyes on the sky on a clear blue day where it can't hide anymore. Then I fully believe there is something up there. But as much that points towards it, I presented all the prophecies that as much that points towards a cosmic event in the end days. And a couple of days ago, my wife and I was driving to work and we were talking about this so-called spectrometer which NASA just put up with the space shuttle Endeavour, the last space shuttle flight. And this magnet being 3,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. That's to be considerable. And then she said that maybe they are trying to manipulate an object out there. And then there was one from YouTube, and the same day that sent me this one, that a new comet has been discovered, and then there is this in the parenthesis says pan-stars. Okay, what is pan-stars? I don't know. Well, let's look up what that is. Actually, pan-stars is an early warning space near Earth object threat. And that just makes me wonder. Maybe my wife is right. They put this thing up there in order to do something. Because if you look at... Oh, where was it? I think it was... No, it's not there. It's not there either. Well, it says here, what can be done if one of these surveys find an asteroid on a collision course with Earth? Scientists and engineers at the B612 Foundation are looking at ways of using spacecraft to gently change the orbit of an asteroid. One promising approach is the gravity tractor, invented by NASA astronauts Ed Lu and Stan Love. And of course, click on gravity tractor. Here you have a craft which supposedly, I could imagine, were attached to this incoming asteroid. So this device they put up here, Endeavour, with this powerful magnet, which is able to mimic Earth's gravity by 3,000 times, it might be that we do have an incoming. I don't know. It's pure speculation. And I have to go to the prophecies from so many places. And the Hopi prophecy says the last space station, as the great house in the sky, when that is finished, then the end time, the great purification will begin, and the space station is finished this year. And then we have, and this one really stand out for me. Let's scroll down and look at that. Here it is. I have to read this. Okay, let's do this. This is St. Hildebrand, and this is from the 12th. Oh. What happened? Here. That was a slip. The time is coming when princes and people will reject the authority of the Pope. Some countries will prefer their own church rulers to the Pope. The German Empire will be divided before the comet comes. Many nations, the good excepted, will be scorched by want and famine. The great nation in the ocean that is inhabited by people of different tribes and descent will be devastated by earthquake, storm and tidal wave. It will be divided, in great part submerged. That nation will also have many misfortunes at sea and lose its colonies. After the great comet, the great nation will be devastated by earthquakes, storms and great waves of water causing much want and plagues. The oceans will also flood many other countries, so that all coastal cities will live in fear, with many destroyed. All sea coast cities will be fearful, and many of them will be destroyed by tidal wave, and most living creatures will be killed. And even those who escape will die from horrible disease, for none in those cities does a person live according to the laws of God. A powerful wind will rise in the north, carrying heavy fog and the densest dust, and it will fill their throats and their eyes, so they will see the butchery and be stricken with great fear. I'm not in questioning that she's talking about United States of America, or once were United States of America. Right now, America is being destroyed politically from the inside. Now we have citizens having to have their keys handed over to authorities, so they have a key for every house in the city. Talk about invading and talk about striking the Fourth Amendment. No question about that. I need to put the bird to bed. 2 seconds. Okay. Bird is in bed. But it doesn't stop here, actually. She's talking about before a comet and then after the great comet. When she uses a word like great, it must mean big. I don't think she means anything else, but it's a huge comet. And I explained to you how the Egyptians described it also as a comet, but yet it was not a comet. But it presented itself kind of like a comet, reddish. So are we talking about a brown dwarf? The embers of a star that never became anything? I don't know. But we also have Arthur Conan Doyle's prophecy. A period of natural convulsions during which a large portion of the human race will perish, earthquakes of great severity, enormous tidal waves will seem to be the agents. War appears only in the early stages and appears to be a signal for the crisis to follow. The crisis will come in an instant. The destruction and dislocation of civilized life will be beyond belief. There will be a short period of chaos followed by some reconstruction. The total period of upheaval will be roughly 3 years. That's pretty close to the tribulation period. The first 3.5 years and then the last 3.5 years. The chief centers of disturbance will be the eastern Mediterranean basin, where not less than 5 countries will be entirely disappear. Also in the Atlantic there will be a rise of land, which will cause those waves, which will bring about great disasters upon Americans, the Irish, and the Western European shores, involving all low-lying British coasts, meaning also my own country, Denmark, will be gone. There indicated further great upheavals in the Southern Pacific and the Japanese region. The Southern Pacific, New Zealand, Australia, and Japan, as I said to you, it's sinking, and it is going to be gone. There's nothing that can stop it. It will happen. And he finishes off by saying mankind can be saved by returning to its spiritual values. And that's the same as I say. That's necessary. There is no room for selfishness now. We all have to chip in here, and we all have to look up. We can't be saved. It is your choice. So I don't know. And there's also another one, that is Akita from Japan. And she has some pretty disturbing to say too. Let's see if we can find that one. It should be right here. It says here, after a short silence, and this is from 73, October 13, 73. As I told you, if men do not repent and better themselves, the Father will inflict a terrible punishment on all humanity. It will be a punishment